Marcus Wilson pushed his cleaning cart down the marble hallway of Sterling Industries, the wheels squeaking softly against the polished floor. At 68 years old, his back ached from decades of mopping floors and emptying trash cans, but his eyes remained sharp and observant. The corporate executives barely noticed him as they hurried past, their expensive suits and clicking heels echoing through the corridors. "Move it, old man," snapped Richard Hayes, a junior executive, nearly knocking over Marcus's supply bucket. Marcus steadied it without a word, his weathered hands gripping the handle firmly. He had learned long ago that silence served him better than confrontation in this place. The 20th floor buzzed with unusual energy today. Board members whispered in clusters, their voices hushed but urgent. Through open doorways, Marcus caught fragments of conversation about quarterly reports, missing funds, and cover-ups. His keen ears picked up every detail as he methodically cleaned each office. Something big was happening in the main boardroom. The kind of meeting that would determine the fate of thousands of employees. Marcus had seen these gatherings before, where powerful men made decisions that destroyed lives while protecting their own interests. Today felt different though. Today, justice might finally have its moment. The boardroom doors stood slightly ajar as Marcus approached with his cart. Inside, 12 men in tailored suits sat around a massive oak table, their voices raised in heated argument. CEO Jonathan Sterling pounded his fist on the polished surface. "The pension fund shortfall cannot be traced back to us," Sterling declared. "We need those files destroyed before the audit next week." Marcus knocked gently and entered, pushing his cart toward the corner trash bins. The room fell silent as all eyes turned to him. "What is this?" Board member Thomas Crawford laughed mockingly. "Did someone order room service?" The others joined in the cruel laughter. "Hey, Bob," called out Vincent Walsh, the CFO. "Can't you see we're in an important meeting here?" Marcus continued his work quietly, emptying waste baskets with practiced efficiency. His presence seemed to irritate them further. "I said we're busy," Sterling barked, his face reddening. "Get your cleaning supplies and get out. This is a private discussion, not for the help to overhear." "Maybe he's lost," sneered Crawford. "These people don't usually venture up this high in the building. Probably can't even read the floor numbers," added Walsh with a disgusting chuckle. Sterling stood up abruptly. "Security will escort you out if you don't leave immediately. We don't need any complications from your kind today." Marcus slowly straightened his back and reached into his janitor's uniform pocket. Instead of leaving, he pulled out a leather briefcase that had been hidden beneath his cleaning supplies. The boardroom fell completely silent. "Gentlemen," Marcus said, his voice suddenly carrying an authority that made several board members shift uncomfortably. "I believe you're discussing the missing $47 million from the employee pension fund." Sterling's jaw dropped. "How did you?" "My name is Marcus Wilson," he continued calmly, setting the briefcase on the table. "I founded this company 52 years ago with my business partner, your predecessor, Charles Sterling." The room erupted in shocked murmurs. Crawford leaned forward. "That's impossible. You're just a janitor." Marcus opened the briefcase, revealing stacks of documents, photographs, and legal papers. "When Charles died, his son Jonathan here convinced me to step back from daily operations. Said I could trust the new leadership." His eyes fixed on Sterling. "For 20 years, I've watched you steal from the workers who built this company." He pulled out a thick folder. "Bank records, forged signatures, offshore accounts. I have evidence of every illegal transaction you made." His voice grew stronger. "I took this job as a janitor because nobody notices the cleaning man. I've been gathering proof of your crimes for months." Walsh's face went pale. "You can't prove anything." Marcus smiled grimly. "Watch me." Sterling lunged forward, trying to grab the briefcase. "You senile old fool. Nobody will believe a word you say." Marcus pulled the case back, his grip steady and strong. The FBI already has copies of everything. They've been building their case for 6 months. Crawford jumped to his feet, pointing an accusatory finger. This is extortion. We'll have you arrested for breaking and entering, for theft. With what evidence? Marcus asked calmly. I'm an employee with building access. Every document in this case came from your own offices, your own computers. Walsh's voice cracked with desperation. Listen, old man, we can make a deal. Name your price. 50,000. 100,000. The other board members began talking over each other, their panic rising. He's bluffing. Call security. We need lawyers. Marcus stood unmoved in the center of their chaos, watching them crumble. For 20 years, you've stolen wages, cut benefits, and laid off workers to pad your own pockets. You thought I was just another invisible black man pushing a mob. Sterling's face twisted with rage. You think anyone will choose your word over ours? You're nothing but hired help. Actually, Marcus said, checking his watch, I think they already have. Footsteps echoed in the hallway outside. The boardroom doors burst open as 6 FBI agents stormed in, badges displayed and handcuffs ready. Agent Sarah Chen led the team, her voice cutting through the room like a blade. Jonathan Sterling, you're under arrest for embezzlement and fraud. The handcuffs clicked around his wrists as he sputtered protests. One by one, the board members were read their rights. Crawford tried to run but was tackled near the window. Walsh collapsed into his chair, sobbing about his reputation. Mr. Wilson, Agent Chen nodded respectfully to Marcus. Your evidence was crucial to this investigation. Without your courage, these crimes would have continued. Marcus watched as the corrupt executives were led away in shame. Employees had gathered in the hallway, cheering as justice unfolded before their eyes. The pension funds will be restored, Chen announced. Sterling Industries will continue operating under new leadership. Marcus removed his janitor's uniform, revealing a crisp business suit underneath. He had reclaimed his company and saved thousands of jobs. Sometimes the most powerful weapon against injustice was simply the truth, held by someone brave enough to use it. The old janitor had become the hero his company needed.